Yes, people, welcome back to another video. What a shock. The excuses are back out again. 2 days ago, breaking news all over Twitter. Liverpool, £250 million war chest. The same war chest that we've been having for the past 5 years that we've been told. Apparently we've been getting this £250 million war chest. This and this and this. Ladies and gentlemen, shock news, people believe it again. Why people believe it, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And now everyone this morning is on Twitter crying, oh my god, we're not getting it. Van Dijk and everyone's going. I'm like, you believe this shit? It's true. So Paul Joyce tweeted, change is coming to Liverpool. No shit, mate. We're going to lose all 3 of our players as it stands on a contract. We're losing 2 of our probably top 3 most important players if you put Alisson in there as well. Went alongside with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Well, he's going to be leaving this summer. Liverpool aren't going to spend what they need to replace these players. So of course change is going to come. Of course. Does it take a genius to figure that out? Doesn't matter what FSG do, change is coming either way, because as it stands, we're losing all 3 players on a contract fee. I think other players are going to leave. You got players like Canate and Alisson who have got 1 or 2 years left on their contracts. They're probably going to end up leaving. Hence why you've seen the rumours of Canate linked to PSG. You've seen Alisson being previously linked to Saudi Arabia. So of course change is coming to Liverpool. You know. But let's get on to what everyone is kicking off about. So James Pearce came out with this. New FSG's self-sustaining business model won't change. It's down to Edwards and Hughes to decide how best to spend the money the club generates. Liverpool's data-led approach is more likely to lead them to players on the way up with a point to prove rather than buying finished articles with eye-watering price tags. And that is exactly why we're not going to sign your Julian Alvarez's of the summer that we've been linked with in the past. Don't listen to what Fabrizio's saying about, oh, Liverpool are in talks. Liverpool are close to representatives of Alexander Isak. What? This is the same man that said Liverpool will do lots of business last summer. We signed Chiesa. The guy said the season before that, Liverpool will sign a centre-back. No, we signed 4 midfielders. The season before that, the guy said Liverpool will sign a midfielder. Liverpool will sign a midfielder. Liverpool will sign a midfielder. We signed Artemelo on loan. So why people believe what Fabrizio says, I'm not saying Fabrizio is a complete fraud in his business, but when it comes to Liverpool, the guy hasn't got a fucking clue. What Fabrizio does when it comes to Liverpool, he's a tapping merchant. In the sense of, so let's say David Ornstein tweets, I don't know, about Liverpool are close to signing Kirk Eggs, for example. Then he'll go and tweet it and tap it in saying, last minute, here we go. He won't actually, he has no connections or anything like that. Because when have you ever seen Fabrizio Romano exclusives on Liverpool? It's always been Paul Joyce or anyone from The Athletic, David Ornstein and all them men. You never see Fabrizio actually release proper exclusives about Liverpool. Name me the last player that we signed that was a Fabrizio Romano exclusive and come back. Simple as that. And key parts here. Players on the way up with a point to prove. Proof is in the fucking pudding, isn't it? Obviously, we don't want to buy finished articles, price tags, which is including players like Isak and Julian Alvarez, hence why they have got big price tags. Players on the way up. So again, we're going back, rinse and repeat. We're gonna go and buy your players that aren't considered, I don't know, world class, or really at the big stage. They just go into a different club. It's as simple as that. I guarantee you, this. I don't see Liverpool spending no more than 120 million. I'll be absolutely gobsmacked if we spend more than that. And the reason because that's only if we sell if the players we're relying on selling. So that's another reason why Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards were brought back to this football club, because Edwards was the one that got your Salahs, your Manes on a cheap, that was on the way up with a point to prove. Salah with a point to prove to come back to the Prem. Mane ready to take that next step up, like your Genie Wijnaldums, like your Robertsons of this world. Liverpool aren't gonna sign your big players. Like, I don't get why people actually pay attention to it. I really don't. The only reason we signed a Van Dijk and Alisson was the Coutinho money. Do you honestly think FSG would have brought Virgil van Dijk for 75 million? No. Do you honestly believe FSG would have spent 65 million on Alisson Becker? No. Like, what we doing? Liverpool like the model between 30 to 50 million. That's what they like it as, because they know they can get players and sell, and they'll make their money back. So it's an even bank, and it's 50-50. What? You know what, man? It makes me really sad. Not only that we're like this, but then the fans believe this. They delude themselves into thinking that a £250 million war chest is coming to Liverpool. What? Have you lived under a rock? Like, come on. Or do you just forget? Like, we see this every summer. And you don't really have to be on social media to realise this, to be honest with you. It's as simple as that. FSG aren't going to change. FSG aren't going to sell. Why are they going to sell the most big? Like, why are they going to sell Liverpool? They're worth over 4 billion, like 3-4 billion pounds. They're the biggest like franchise and everything they've got. Why would they sell that? They make hundreds and hundreds of millions from Liverpool. They brought Liverpool for, what was it, like a couple hundred mil? Why are they going to sell Liverpool? Literally, why are they going to sell Liverpool? They got no reason to. The only way FSG will sell up is on 2 occasions. One, someone else comes and says, yo, oh, like, I want to, someone says, yo, here's 5 billion, here's 4.5 billion, here's 4 billion, 3/4 or whatever for Liverpool Football Club. They might sell then. Or fans decide to protest. And I'm not talking about protesting on Twitter, like getting the message out saying FSG out. That's not going to do nothing. You've seen your Tottenhams, your Manchester Uniteds, your Arsenal say Kroenke out, Levy out, Glazers out, all over Twitter for years and decades, right? Man and I've been doing that for a decade, and what's they achieved? Fuck all. The only way FSG are going to leave Liverpool off their own back is if fans decide to protest in the stadium. And I'm not talking about saying we want FSG out. I'm talking banners after banners. I'm talking leaving the stadium empty game after game. You can't just do it once and I'll be like, right, we've done the job. It's gonna be a massive uphill task. But Liverpool have the fan base and the togetherness and everything and the passion to get FSG out. Whether that happens is a different story. So I don't expect FSG to go anywhere anytime soon, in my opinion. But yeah, FSG are coming back with the excuses because, you know, that's how they wheel you in. 250 man war chest will wheel you in. We'll do all the business in the summer. Bang. That's how they get you. It's how they get you. And the sooner people wake up and realize, the thing is, this isn't even a video to um, convince people to the FSG out. To be honest, it's been a massive thing in our fan base for a good 5 years now, 4 or 5 years. I'm not one of these people where I'm like FSG out, tweet it all around and all that. Look, if they leave the football club, they leave the football club. It's as simple as that. What's one person gonna really do? You know, big up. There's some YouTubers I watch that support Liverpool, and they say FSG out on their streams, on their social pages. Has that done anything? No. So why join something that's not working? You know, it's as simple as that. I just thought I'd do a video basically saying why do people believe this stuff, and also that's not all. I did see something about the players, about the contract situation. Let me whip it up. Yes, the Athletic. So if Van Dijk, Salah sign extensions, less business will be needed to be conducted this summer, but those contracts will still put a dent in transfer funds. See? So how they get you. Because they'll be like, oh, but we sorted out the contract situation for you, so why are you moaning? The contract situation was meant to be done last summer. The contract situation was meant to be done a year or 2, 3 years ago. We knew this was happening, you know? And then now the next set of players is going to be your Canates, it's going to be your Allisons, your Robertsons, all going to be leaving on a free because they're all poor. They're all up in 2026. They're all up in 2027. Let me try and find when Liverpool contracts expire. LFC contracts expiry dates. Should have it on like transfer market. Let's have a look. So this summer you've got. I'm surprised Liverpool might be giving. I'm surprised we haven't given Yaros a new deal. To be fair, so obviously Trent, Mohamed Salah, Van Dijk, Yaros, Harvey Davis' contracts are all up this summer. You go to 2026. Next summer we've got it all again. You got Kanate, you got Keller. That's why Liverpool are cashing in now. Kanate is a massive one. So we're going to be here again. Although a lot of people have been confident about Kanate signing. A lot of people have been confident about Van Dijk, Salah and Trent signing. Where's that got us to? Robertson's going to be up in a year. He'll probably leave on a free, to be honest. 2027. You've got big ones. You've got Diaz, Jones, Jota, Harvey, Allison, Gomez, Bradley, Simicas, Endo. They're all up in 2 years. So effectively, we're going to have to be sorting out Allison very soon. Bradley, I assume. Jones. And then the rest of them, I think, will be sold. Or gone on a free. I could see an Endo probably being leaving on a free. He's got 2 years left. I won't be surprised if Endo's just left on a free. Fair enough. Simicas, I think Liverpool sell him this summer if they can find a buyer. Joe Gomez, I think the same situation. Harvey Elliott, same situation. Same with Jota. Well, who's up in 3 years? McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gakpo, Gravenberch, Nunes, and Darwin and Chiesa. People need to start worrying about these players. People may say, oh, these are in 2, 3 years' time. The same happened with Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Mohamed Salah. So what makes you different that these aren't going to happen to these players here? And bearing in mind, Van Dijk and Salah are the top 2 best players at Liverpool, the most 2 important players at Liverpool Football Club. So what makes you think that all these players are all going to re-sign? And what are we doing? Do you know what I mean? Just stupidity. Worrying times ahead. Strap yourselves in. Get a seatbelt. And yeah, take care. Rotate 100 subs.